Hi, I'm Anvita. I'm going to introduce about Enron. Enron was created in 1986 by Ken Lay. In the beginning, it was a business around natural gas only, but then it was transformed to a pipeline company after consulted by the consultant from McKinsey, who is Jeff Skilling. Skilling's vision was to transform Enron into a giant asset-light operation, trading power generally, and his next target was trading electricity. When Ken Lay, the founder of Enron, realized that Washington is hard to deregulate electricity supply, and in anticipation, he and Skilling took Enron into California. They buy a power plant on the West Coast. Enron Corporation was one of the largest rated natural gas and electricity company in the world. It also owned one of the largest natural gas transmission system in the world. Unfortunately, in the beginning of December of 2001, Enron has filed as the biggest bankruptcy in USA. So what is the reason that contribute to the Enron bankruptcy? Let's collect some information about it. See ya! Hi, Sitting is here. Today I'm going to interview some FPE students to get more information about Enron scandal. Let's go! Hi, are you student of FPE?
Yeah, I am.
Can I have an interview with you?
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about what is the Enron scandal?
Enron scandal. Yeah, I have been doing an assignment about it. And I've been reading something about Enron also. Do you mind if I show you a little bit of the chronology of Enron?
Can.
So we can look it here. You see here from 1985, Enron is formed following a merger between Houston Natural Gas Corporation and Internorth Incorporation. Then during 1995, Enron is named America's Most Innovative Company, and it went to win the award for 6 consecutive years. And on 1998, Andrew Foster was named as the CFO, or the Chief Financial Officer of Enron, and which later in the years, Andrew Foster is the one who lead the operation in hiding losses for Enron. And you can see from here also, during 2000, Enron shares skyrocketed until it reached $90.56 per share. And on February 12, 2001, Jeffrey Skilling is assigned as the new CEO of Enron after Kenneth Lay resigned, but he still remain as a member of the board. But what is strangely, on August 14, Skilling suddenly resigned for personal reasons, and Lay have to take over again as Enron CEOs. And during the same time, Enron Broadband Division report of 137 million losses, and analysts have become worried about this kind of situation, and caused the share price of Enron drop to 39.95, which is the lowest since 52 weeks. And the next month, on October 12th, Arthur Anderson, which is the legal counsel of Enron, tell Enron to destroy all of their documents except the most basic one. And on October 16, Enron report that they have 680 million losses and 1.2 value write-off, which caused their share price to drop to 33.84. 6 days later, Enron announced it is facing investigation by Security and Exchange Commission, which caused the share price to drop again to 20.75. And on October 8, Enron has admitted that it has been inflating its income by around 586 million since 1997. And finally, on December 2, Enron have filed a bankruptcy, and it stock closed at $0.26.
Oh. So can I ask another question?
Yeah, sure.
Why do you think those scandals happened to Enron?
Well, basically it's happened because firstly, during Kenneth Lay as the CEO, they invest 90 millions in a market all. They gamble during the investment and they failed the investments. So since then the company was not in a good shape. So to solve that kind of problem, Kenneth Lay during that time he hired a person named Jeffrey Skilling, which then Jeffrey Skilling implemented a accounting method which he called mark to market. In this method, you can like projectile your own profit based on what you think of the investment value. So this kind of method make you easily manipulated your accounting records. So by using these accounting records, Enron keep reporting that they have great incomes. So when they have great income, investment will come and the share price will increase. But instead of the record, they are actually not earning something. So for example, during year 2000, Enron signed a contract with Blockbusters, a company in America. They plan to stream videos online to customers via either bandwidth, but surely the things doesn't work out after 3 years. But still, Enron report that it gained 53 millions from the contracts. So it's like you don't earn anything, but you hide it through that. So after that, they find out that Enron actually is not earning anything, so they report it, and Andrew Foster is forced to review their accounting records. So during that time, Enron built a lot of special purpose entities to hide the bad debts. So actually they are having debts, but it covered by the special purpose entities. So even if they reveal the Enron financial record, they are actually still earning. There are no debts inside the records. So all this is approved by Arthur Anderson, which is during that time he is one of the 5 largest accounting firms. So anything that approved by him will get investors because it's have a good reputations and good names. So all these things, after it keep going for a few years until a person's insider named Sharon Watkins, he write a letter to Kenneth Lay about all those secret debts or losses they hide, and it become a rumors, and it reached the Security and Exchange Commission is, and they began investigating, and all the records is being unveiled, and they can't hide it anymore. So Enron have to file bankruptcy.
Oh, very clear. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Hi. Are you a student from FPE?
Yes.
Do you know about Enron scandal?
Yes, I just studied the case study of Enron, so I know some consequences caused by the Enron.
Can you tell me about what is the consequences to Enron scandal?
Yes. Actually, Enron scandal was caused a lot of effect to the stakeholder. For the governments, Enron stand for the greatest company scandal in the history of U.S. economy and has become a symbol of corruption for the whole Western economy system. Citizen trust in the American economy has been destroyed. So to restore the citizen trust in the American economic system, the U.S. government was drastically increased the company financial reporting through, which are subsequently at 2002.
Oh, that's all for. That's all. Is it the consequences about Enron scandal?
No. Due to the fall of the share price of Enron's companies from the highest $19 until nearly zero amounts, loss on the financial market amounts to the worst stock volume lost in peaceful times. Investors also lost some $60 billion within a few days. Moreover, since Enron has been bankruptcy, a total amount of 4,500 employees has lost their jobs. The pension funds for the employee was also be obliterated. Last but not least, because the audit firm's Arthur Anderson was involved in the scandal, therefore the firm was ordered to pay a total of $500,000 funds for obstructing justice. The firm also lost its accreditation. That's all what I know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, Vanessa. What is the lesson you get from Enron scandal?
Hi. Today I would like to share some lessons from the Enron scandal. The very first one is that the board of directors must have audit committee who are independent of company senior management. The second lesson is that the fault is never be paid. The three main persons that involved in this Enron scandal are be caught and punished. The very first one is CFO of the Enron, who are Robert, has sentenced 7 years to prison and fined about 1.25 million. The Kenny Lay has sentenced 10 years to prison, and the last one is Jeffrey Skilling has sentenced to 24 years and 4 months to prison. If one is found guilty of fraud, the damage to the person's reputation, career, and employability can be much greater than any monetary gain from such activities. So, the fraud is never be paid. The last lesson is that there must have a healthy corporate culture in the company. In Enron case, the corporate culture played an important role of its collapse. The senior executive of Enron believed that Enron must be best in everything it did, and the shareholders of the board who were not involved in this scandal are over-optimistic about Enron operating conditions. When there existing failure and losses in their company performance, what they did was covering up their losses in order to protect their reputation instead of trying to do something that made it correct. Therefore, the good to be true should be paid more attention by directors of board in our company. That's all from me. I hope it can help you a lot. Thank you. Bye.
In a conclusion, Now I can see that a variety of perspectives can be applied to the Enron scandal. Policy perspective, such as punctuated equilibrium and element symbolic politics, and constructing of the political spectacles, how to frame the issue politically and symbolically. Viewpoints such as mixed deontology, universal ethical egoism, help to understand how the culture of Nazism at Enron developed from an ethical framework. Threat and transformational theories help us to make sense of what went wrong at Enron from leadership perspective. In the end, there is no only one answer why Enron became the largest bankruptcy in US. Perhaps people can learn some lessons from this case and prevent the same thing happen in the future. That's all from our group. Thank you.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.